There's a secret to power that most people never discover. It's not in shouting the loudest, proving you're right, or fighting every battle thrown your way. True strength comes from mastering yourself, your emotions, your reactions, your state of mind. The moment you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you become untouchable. You stop being controlled by others and start controlling the only thing that truly matters. Your own emotional control is the greatest weapon you will ever possess, because the man or woman who can master their emotions masters every circumstance in life. Most people live as slaves to whatever feeling hits them in the moment. If someone insults them, they react with anger. If something doesn't go their way, they collapse into frustration. If they're overlooked or criticized, they carry bitterness and resentment. And in doing so, they hand over their power to everyone and everything around them. But the person who can stand still in the middle of chaos, who can look at provocation and respond with calm certainty, that person becomes untouchable. That person holds the power that others only dream of having. Think about it for a moment. How many people have lost opportunities, relationships, or their dignity because they couldn't keep their emotions in check? A sharp word spoken in anger, a hasty decision born out of impatience, a moment of weakness where they allowed someone else to push their buttons. These are the moments that cost people dearly. But if you train yourself to respond with composure, to act as if nothing bothers you, you not only protect yourself from unnecessary mistakes, you also command respect from everyone who observes you. People will test you. But if you refuse to give them the reaction they're fishing for, they lose their control over you. And when they lose control over you, they have no power at all. Emotional control is not about pretending that you don't feel anything. You're human and you will feel anger, disappointment, irritation, even pain. But mastery means you acknowledge those feelings privately without allowing them to dictate your behavior publicly. You decide when to act, how to act, and whether it's even worth acting at all. That is the difference between those who live reactively and those who live with power. Anyone can yell, complain, or throw blame. But it takes discipline to stand tall and choose silence when silence serves you better, to smile when someone expects you to crumble, to move forward with grace when life throws obstacles your way. This kind of control intimidates people because it's rare. Most people expect you to react like they would. They want you to get angry when insulted, to panic when things fall apart, to crumble when criticized. But when you don't, when you hold your ground with calm strength, they don't know what to do. You unsettle them because you've proven you're not ruled by the same emotions that rule them. And soon, they begin to see you differently, not as someone to provoke or challenge, but as someone to respect. You must understand that emotional control is a strategy, not just a moral principle. When you lose your temper, you lose your ability to think clearly. You make decisions based on impulse, and impulse rarely leads to success. But when you keep your emotions in check, your mind stays sharp, and you can think several steps ahead while others are still busy reacting. This is how leaders win negotiations, how visionaries make great decisions, and how successful people turn setbacks into stepping stones. They don't allow temporary emotions to cloud long-term strategy. Guarding your emotions is also about protecting your energy. Every time you react with anger or frustration, you're spending mental energy that could be used to build your dreams. Why waste that energy on people who don't matter or situations you can't control? When you act as if nothing bothers you, you're not ignoring reality. You're simply choosing to spend your energy on what truly counts. That is what separates winners from the masses. The masses are drained by every little irritation. Winners invest their energy only where it pays dividends. And here's the greatest truth: emotional control is not just for show, it changes who you are inside. The more you practice staying calm, the stronger you become mentally. The stronger you become, the less things truly bother you. What once provoked you no longer touches you, because you've trained your mind to focus only on what matters. That's real freedom. That's real power. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, the next time life throws an obstacle your way, remember this: reacting is easy, but staying calm is strength. Power belongs to the person who can smile when others expect them to fall apart. Control your emotions, and you control everything that truly matters. Power has never truly belonged to the one who reacts the fastest or speaks the loudest. It belongs to the one who shapes how they are perceived. People don't follow those who constantly explain themselves, defend themselves, or get tangled in petty arguments. They follow those who seem unshaken, who appear to know exactly where they are going regardless of what is happening around them. The way the world treats you is determined far less by what you say and far more by how you carry yourself. If you can project calm, strength, and confidence, even in the face of criticism or chaos, you command respect without asking for it. Most people hand over their power the moment they show they are bothered. If someone insults them, they flare up in anger. If someone doubts them, they rush to prove themselves. But here's the truth: every time you react emotionally, you show that someone else has control over you. You are signaling that they have the ability to move you, to shift your state of mind. That's not power. That's weakness disguised as strength. True power is when you can look someone in the eye who is trying to provoke you and remain calm, collected, and unshaken. The moment they see they can't influence you, they lose the leverage they thought they had. Perception is everything. If you want to be seen as strong, you must act strong even when you feel uncertain inside. If you want to be treated as a leader, you must carry yourself like one long before anyone gives you the title. People are constantly reading your body language, your tone, your responses. If you appear desperate for approval, they will treat you as if you are beneath them. But if you act as if you already own your position, as if you are exactly where you are meant to be, they adjust to that reality. They will take you as seriously as you take yourself. Think about those who hold influence in any room. They rarely rush to speak, and they don't jump to defend every criticism. They allow others to talk, to react, to expose themselves while they remain steady, observing quietly. That quiet confidence makes others lean in. It makes them want to hear what this calm, composed person has to say. Why? Because human nature respects what appears rare, and self-control is rare. The danger of constant reaction is that it keeps you predictable. If people know exactly what will upset you, exactly how you will respond, they can manipulate you at will. But when you remain composed no matter what, you become impossible to control. People stop trying to provoke you because they realize it doesn't work. And once they stop trying, they begin to see you as someone above the games that others play. This does not mean you should be cold or unapproachable. It means you choose carefully what deserves your response. Every time you speak, every time you show emotion, you are revealing something about yourself, your fears, your insecurities, your weaknesses. But if you hold back, if you give only what is necessary, you maintain mystery, and mystery has power. People cannot fight what they do not fully understand. When you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you're not suppressing your humanity. You're training others how to treat you. You're signaling that you're not easily moved, that your self-worth doesn't depend on their opinions or approval. And over time, they will respond to you with the respect they give only to those who appear untouchable. The truth is simple: people will believe about you what you consistently demonstrate, whether it is true or not. If you act calm, they will see you as confident. If you act unbothered, they will treat you as strong. Perception builds reputation, and reputation opens doors that anger and arguments never will. So hold your ground. Smile when they expect you to snap. Move forward when they expect you to stop and fight. Remember, power does not come from reacting to every challenge. It comes from standing so firmly in control of yourself that the world has no choice but to follow your lead, mind. And when you control your mind, you control your destiny. Power comes from how people see you, not from how quickly you respond to every challenge that comes your way. The strongest person in any room is not the one who shouts the loudest or argues the hardest. It is the one who remains calm, steady, and sure of themselves when everyone else is losing control. People are constantly forming opinions about you based on the way you carry yourself. If you appear confident, they will treat you as confident. If you appear unshaken, they will believe you are strong. The truth doesn't matter as much as the perception you create, because human nature reacts to what it sees, not what it knows. Every time you allow someone to provoke you, every time you rush to defend yourself, you give away power. You show the world that other people's words and actions can move you. And once they know you can be moved, they know you can be controlled. That's why reacting emotionally is the easiest way to lose authority. You think you are defending yourself, but what you're really doing is proving to everyone that they have the ability to pull your strings. Power begins when you stop playing that game, when you stand still in the face of insults or criticism and act as if it doesn't touch you. The moment you stop reacting, you take back control. You must understand something. People respect what they can't easily influence. When you show no urgency to explain yourself, no desperation to be liked, no rush to prove your worth, you automatically stand apart. People may question you, doubt you, even try to test you, but the more you act unaffected, the more they begin to adjust to your energy. They may not like you at first, but they will respect you, and respect always carries more weight than approval. Think of the leaders you admire, the people whose presence commands attention without them saying a word. What makes them so powerful? It's not that they never feel anger or fear. It's that they never allow those emotions to control how they appear to others. Their calmness, even in pressure, sends a signal that they are in command. And that perception of command makes others follow them, trust them, and listen to them. When you control how you are perceived, you change how the world responds to you. People start to approach you differently. They stop testing you as much because they realize it doesn't work. They begin to talk to you with a different tone, one that carries caution and even admiration, because deep down everyone respects mental discipline. Emotional chaos is common, composure is rare, and we are naturally drawn to what we don't see often. This doesn't mean you never take action or never speak up when necessary. It means you choose your moments. You respond only when it benefits you, not when it satisfies your ego. You hold your silence when words would only show weakness. You smile when someone expects you to be angry, because nothing unsettles people more than realizing they can't predict you. That unpredictability is power, and it begins with mastering your own reactions. Guarding your perception is also a way of protecting your energy. Every argument, every moment spent proving yourself drains you. And the energy you waste on reacting is energy you could use to build your future. Those who achieve great success are not concerned with proving themselves to everyone. They are too busy creating results that speak for themselves. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their drama, pause and ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Does this help me move forward? Most of the time, the answer will be no. And in that moment, the best thing you can do is smile, remain calm, and keep moving. Because real power has never been in the reaction. It has always been in the perception you create by staying firmly in control of yourself. Silence and composure have won more battles than anger, arguments, or long explanations ever could. Most people think that power lies in speaking, in defending themselves, in making sure everyone understands their side of the story. But the truth is, the more you speak, the more you reveal your insecurities, your fears, your weaknesses. Silence, on the other hand, is strength. It keeps people guessing. It forces them to fill in the blanks with their own assumptions. And more often than not, those assumptions work in your favor. A calm and composed presence says far more than words ever can. When you respond with silence, you are not surrendering, you are choosing control. Anyone can explode in anger, anyone can fire back with harsh words, but that's what everyone expects. When you stay silent, you step out of that predictable pattern. You take away the reaction they were hoping for, and in doing so, you shift the power back to yourself. Silence unsettles people because it leaves them with nothing to push against. They don't know if you're unaffected, if you're planning your next move, or if you've already won. And that uncertainty gives you an advantage that no heated argument could ever give. Composure works the same way. When you remain calm, even when everything around you is trying to provoke you, you send a clear message that you are not easily moved. People respect that because it's rare. Most people are ruled by their emotions, so when they meet someone who isn't, they instinctively see that person as stronger, more disciplined, more capable. It doesn't matter if you're shaking on the inside. If you can hold your ground on the outside, you control the narrative. There is also a deeper power in silence. It allows you to observe. While others are talking, reacting, and revealing their weaknesses, you are gathering information. You're learning what motivates them, what fears they have, and what they expect you to do next. And because you haven't revealed your position, you can choose the perfect time to act if action is even necessary. Many battles are won not by fighting harder, but by waiting for the right moment. Silence buys you that time. Another thing most people never realize is that silence creates respect. When you don't rush to defend yourself, people begin to assume you don't need to. They start to wonder if you know something they don't, if you have more power than you're showing. And very often, their perception of your strength becomes greater than anything you could have convinced them of with words. This doesn't mean you never speak or never stand up for yourself. It means you don't waste words where they won't make a difference. You don't argue with small minds or defend yourself against meaningless criticism. You choose your battles wisely, and when you do speak, your words carry more weight because you haven't thrown them around carelessly. A person who is always talking is rarely listened to. A person who speaks rarely but with certainty commands attention every time. You have to understand that every time you lose your composure, you're giving someone else control over you. They wanted to upset you, and you allowed them to succeed. But when you remain calm and refuse to give them what they want, you keep your power. And over time, people learn not to waste their energy trying to provoke you because they know it won't work. So the next time someone pushes you, the next time life throws a challenge at you, resist the urge to explain, defend, or fight back immediately. Stay still. Stay quiet. Let your silence speak for you. The world pays closer attention to those who don't feel the need to prove themselves, because real strength has never needed an explanation. Silence and composure will win battles for you long before words ever could. And so, the real victory in life is not won through arguments, anger, or the need to prove yourself. It's won through mastery of self. When you control your emotions, when you carry yourself with calm strength, when you choose silence over meaningless reaction, you become untouchable. People learn to respect you, not because of what you say, but because of what you don't say. They sense your power in the way you refuse to be moved by trivial things. Remember, the strongest person in any room is the one who doesn't need to shout to be heard, who doesn't need to fight every battle to win the war. Act as if nothing bothers you, and soon, nothing will. Control yourself and you control everything else. Ask ChatGPT.